Welcome to Oshawa, Ontario, the campus of Durham College and Ontario Tech. OCAA Women's Championship weekend. I'm Chris McKee doing the play-by-play, just getting my headset on here. So this matchup features Humber College and Cambrian College. Cambrian, of course, from Sudbury, Ontario. Humber, Etobicoke, and the west end of Toronto. Looks like we're going to do an anthem, so I will stay silent for a moment. No, we're not doing an anthem. They're just doing the lineups. So Humber comes in, the number 5 team in all of Canada right now, undefeated on the regular season, 7 wins, no losses, and 3 draws. However, they have not won gold in a decade. 2012, their last gold medal. Cambrian has never won gold in the history of their program. Won bronze in 2014 and 16. They come in the number 4 team in the OCAA East. 6 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws. So we got a good one. So for Cambrian, you want to keep an eye on number 8, Grace Cranston, their leading scorer, 12 goals on the season. And then Caitlin Russell, leading scorer for Humber, number 9, their forward. Just going through the starting lineups right now. Thankfully, the glare from the first game, I couldn't see down the right side of the pitch during the first half anyway of that game, and so the sun has moved around the corner, and here we are. So Cambrian, black jerseys with the gold trim. Humber in their white jerseys with blue trim. So a little bit chilly, but for late October, the weather is actually spectacular, has been for the past couple of days. Well, we had a bit of rain here in the Oshawa area yesterday, got soaked all throughout Durham region, and so I was hoping that wouldn't be the case today, but actually some beautiful weather for soccer. So if you are out there listening on OCAA Streamland, hit me up on Twitter. Let me know how the sound is, if it's too loud, too low, any issues. We had some problems in the first game. So at Mr. McKee, MRMCKEE. Let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. Also, let me know where you're tuned in listening from. So for those of you that missed the first game, Niagara dominant over Algonquin, 5-0. We had a hat trick from Tori Hutlink on Niagara. And it was, they came out 10 minutes in, 3-0, and the game was done and dusted, and they just kind of sat back and defended. Outstanding performance. So here you got to think Humber absolutely going to be favored, top 5 team in the country. Cambrian, a good squad, but definitely going to be up against it. And so if you're Cambrian, go out there, put it all out in the field. I want to see them play hard. I talked about this in the first one, didn't see a single yellow from anyone in Algonquin. They're down 4-0 for a while. It's like they got to be physical. They can't just come in here and let, Humber dance all over the pitch. They got to be physical with these ladies, let them know, try to get them off their rhythm. Also important to defend early. Don't let Humber get out quick. So if you're Cambrian, maybe a bit more of a defensive formation, at least for the first 15 minutes or so, until things settle down. Don't allow Humber to get out too much. So Caitlin Russell at the center of the pitch, ball at her feet, will start things off for the Humber Hawks. And here we go. Should be a good one. Lots of space for Humber in the middle of the pitch there. Good switch. We'll get to names in a minute once I start seeing numbers in that. That's 16 in the back. Chiara Pontillo leaves it for the keeper. Do we know who's in net? number 1. So Isabella Bernardi, excuse me. That shouldn't be a tough one. Sometimes you read, because they have the phonetic pronouncing, and I'm like, no, if I just had read it as is, it would have been fine. Humber down the left side. Carvalho, and then Cambrian defender just gets it away. Caitlin Presley dispossessed on Cambrian. We're in number 20 down the right side. I gotta say, I do like these Cambrian uniforms. A little bit different. You don't see too much of that too often. Almost reminiscent of Wolves in the Premier League, Wolverhampton. That black and yellow, pretty slick. Obviously, we've seen plenty of white and blue jerseys, Tottenham, a bunch of other teams. So I do like this. Although they do remind me a little bit too much of Waterloo, the black and gold. Cambrian, of course, from Sudbury. I lived in North Bay for a while, so I am North friendly. My son lives in Sault Ste. Marie, Algoma University, so love the North. I drove through Sudbury, just 2 weeks ago, heading home. Cruising through Highway 17, especially this time of year, absolutely beautiful. Cambrian trying to get on the attack. Humber down the left side. Here's Russell, ball at her feet. She's looking to see who's with her. Cuts back in. Oh, a clever ball in. And well defended. That's Zenna Hilliard. Crossed in. Cambrian gets that away. Buntilo, the left back, to Russell. Down the left side to Carvalho. I won't mess up Carvalho because Liverpool's 19-year-old signing this year, Carvalho from Fulham, so that's not a name I'll mess up. Give me 2 minutes, I probably will, but. Cambrian, boots, Humber there, and knocked out of bounds. Still be Cambrian ball. Each team just getting a feel of it. It's 3 minutes into the game. McKenna Cresswell with the throw in, long throw. And Humber boots it out. So McKenna, second time's a charm. When the ball's down the right side, I have to switch to looking on the computer for it. Here we go. Good battle, pushed out again. So as mentioned, if you are out there listening on the YouTube stream, hit me up on Twitter at Mr. McKee, MRMCKEE. Let me know how the sound is. We're coming in loud and clear, too loud, too low, whatever. Or if we're just right. What's that, the Little Red Riding Hood story? The porridge is too hot. It's always in the middle, just right. So 2 more games. This is the second of 4 today. I'll be on the call for all 4. And then, of course, all weekends. Was it Goldilocks? Yeah. No, someone's Little Red Riding, someone's sleeping in mine, but this bed's just right now. I don't know. It's been a while. I haven't listened to too many fairy tales in a while. So my kids are old too, so my kids are old. My daughter's, 22 now? My son just turned 19 a couple weeks ago, so I haven't read too many fables or fairy tales in a while. Caitlin Russell. Humber looking to get their attack going. Alyssa Oliviero also in there, number 7. Great switch, just a little bit too high. Pushed in. Caitlin Russell looking for it, headed away by Hilliard. Cambrian doing a great job. Everyone's sitting back. You know what I talked about off the top? They've got a really tight defense. Everyone packed in. Humber having a hard time finding any space at all. Whose ball? We got Humber ball down the left side. Throw in, headed away again. Get some motorcycles revving up. You know, we have speed cameras up Simcoe Street. Just that's what you're seeing in the background. So Simcoe Street runs all the way down to the 401, South Oshawa, and then way up north. Not as far as Yonge Street, which I don't know if it's still the longest street in the world, Yonge Street, because it goes from downtown Toronto into Barrie. Try sitting in that traffic. I dare you to try that. Go at Yonge in front and take Yonge Street all the way up. Probably take you 7 hours in Toronto traffic. Crossover and dealt with by Cambrian. Solid defense so far from the ladies in black and golds. Good stuff. And Humber caught with a foul. Grace Cranston, that's the striker you want to watch out for. 12 goals on the season. So Cambrian has got to find a way to get number 8 involved. And not the greatest of free kicks in, a little low. Claire O'Grady, 17, was on the ball, and now Humber's got it. O'Grady. So good physical play from both teams there. Good stuff. This is playoffs. This is one and done. You lose, you're done. So let's put it out there. Get physical. Pontillo threw it in. And a good fight from Caitlin Presley. Caitlin rocking the sleeve tattoo. That's a proper footballer right there. And Humber on the right side just ran out of bounds. Pushed ahead. And Hilliard bumped from behind. Looks like Chantel Spala, 17. 19, Vanessa Retta. Good ball down the wing. Cross it in first time. And Cambridge clears. Left side wide open. You want to see Gotti pick her head up, look around. She had that left side wide open. Russell, great little flick in. Ooh, bit of a dangerous tackle. Cranston. And Humber's defenders clear away. Carvalho down the left wing. Pushed out of bounds. We got substitutions already. That's quick. That must be somebody hurt. Looks like Claire O'Grady limping a little off the pitch. And 23 coming in. And of course, I don't have a 23 on my roster. That's great. I'll have to get that fixed at the half. Forgive me. I went through this with the coach before the game, and we didn't get that number change sorted. So forgive me, the friends and family of 23. She will be 23 until the half, and then I'll find out who it is. Swung in well, but no one on the end of it. That was a dangerous cross. Ball goes out of bounds. I was watching some NCAA soccer last year. My son and I had a laugh at this because the guy doing the game, and this is Division I NCAA soccer, he mustn't have had any of the names of any of the players. So he was just like 8 with the ball, 8 shoots, 8! And it was like, get a name on someone, get a roster. So I'll try to do a little bit better than that guy. And Cambrian doing well to keep Humber at bay. Slide tackle. That's 2. Now get rid of it. You've beaten 2 players. You're not going to beat 7. Well, hey, prove me wrong. That's 3 she's run by. Caitlin Presley down the right side. At this level, though, you know, once you beat 1 defender, you should be, okay, get your head up, look, let's get rid of the ball, let's distribute. Looks against a team like Humber, somebody eventually is going to swallow you up. But a nice run from Caitlin Presley. And what do we got? An injury on the field. Another injury from Cambrian, is it? Or is it just someone looking for a drink of water? No, we got a substitution. 14 in. And 2 out. So Emma Faulkner out. Emily Binks in. Humber ball, back to it. 12 minutes in. Humber more on the attack, but still nothing too dangerous. Cambrian's done a good job. And this is one of those games where, you know, if you're Cambrian, it's hard to say, okay, we want to come out and shut Humber down for 45 minutes in the first half. Well, easier said than done. So I think you have to play the game more in chunks. And here's Humber on the attack, crossed in, and Hillier clears away, but still not enough. Still in danger, Humber. Oliveira swings it in. Oh, let them play, referee. 2 ladies fighting for the ball. It's going to be a foul against Cambrian. And Humber with a good opportunity here from about 27 yards out. 26, 27 yards out. So for my money, I'd like to see this get on net. Forget this trying to swing it in, someone get a head on it. You know, let's test the keeper from here. Let's see if she's awake. Swung in, and nobody. That's exactly why, because you see Caitlin Russell kind of not attack the ball with her head. Better off just having a crack at it. Here's Cranston. She's on her own with 3 white jerseys there, and well defended. Can't see the number on that right back just yet. Looks like 3. Antonia Gotti. Long ball in, headed away. So I was talking about you got to play the game in quarters. So if you're Cambrian, okay, let's get to 15 no goals. Then the next one is 30 and 45. So to walk in and say, oh, you know, we're playing one of the, you know, the best teams in the country, oh, let's keep the scores first half try. It doesn't work that way. So play it in segments. You know, try to achieve that goal each way. Let's get to 15 with no score, 30, and so on. Handball. Good call, ref. So Caitlin Presley has been really good for Cambrian down this right side, right in front of the media booth. From Thorold, Ontario. Isn't that down the Niagara way? Left foot swung in. Good ball. And a crack at it. Good swing. Alyssa Oliveira. Humber looking dangerous. So first goal achieved, Cambrian. You got to 15 minutes. Still no attack really from Cambrian just yet. They've just been defending fiercely. Laura Hill, the keeper. And headed away by Cassie Ettore. Now Cambrian on the attack, and then Gotti again gets rid of it. Presley Hutchinson, 12, over there on the left wing. Trying to make something happen for Cambrian. And the keeper had all day. Switch it. There you go. Ball down the left side. Now where's that left winger? Come show for it. Humber with the throw in just in front of our media booth. Thankfully, our window is open. We're kind of inside, kind of outside. It's a happy medium. I'd prefer the windows completely open, but hey. And 23, had the keeper there, got lucky, and Hilliard, bails her out. Zena, first-year player from Whitfield High School in North Bay. Which I lived in North Bay for 1 month. I got hired by Post Media, went up there, realized the day in, I'd made one of the worst mistakes of my life, and was back in Pickering within a month. Now, that wasn't North Bay. I loved North Bay. I really enjoyed the town. Where I lived was beautiful, right on the lake. What was it, Trout Lake? Really nice. It was the job that was the issue. I remember going running, because I was up there like this time last year. I moved there last November, and here's Humber trying to get it. But going jogging in like minus 23, minus 24. Oliveira swings it in. Russell. There's Russell's Humber's leading scorer, former OCAA Rookie of the Year. And an OCAA All-Star. We'll expect something from number 9 today. And then on the other end, Grace Cranston. 12 goals for Cambrian. Ball in, here's Russell. Out on the left wing, Carvalho. And Carvalho has won a corner for Humber. Couldn't get by the defender, but slowly strutting over. Bit of a strange attack. They all come rushing in now. The cross. And Retta and then Hutchison back on defense, just trying to steer that away from danger. Dangerous ball in. Hilliard has got Russell on her back and cleared away. Cambrian's defense solid so far. A long-range crack, why not? Emily Robitaille. They haven't tested the keeper, and I'm a big fan of that. Hey, shoot the ball. It doesn't matter, 20 yards, 30 yards. Get it on net. Let's see what this keeper's got. Now, also, their keeper, Laura Hill, normally a striker. So Rihanna Bedouin said out for the year. So we got a couple substitutions coming in. I see one is 5. That's Allison Weiler will be coming in shortly, and 2, Emma Faulkner will be going back into the game. "20 minutes gone, no score. OCAA Women's Championship weekend here in Oshawa. Here's Caitlin Russell looking for space. Caitlin has a crack. No danger for the keeper. Laura Hill comfortable. So if you're Laura, that's kind of what you want, right? You always hate that first shot to be something too dangerous. So that's usually good for a keeper. You want something from range, something you can see clearly, comfortably dealt with. So that'll help Laura ease into the game a little bit easier. Great ball down the right side and just cleared away from danger. Cambrian looking good, looking lively. We're also going to have 21 coming in, Emma Genova. And she's in for 23, Christina Carvalho. Now this isn't like, MLS or Premier League rules. If the players come out, they're allowed to go back in. And a long-range attempt from Cambrian sails over the bar. Still, hey, you're Cambrian too. Have a go. Let's see what Bernardi is made of. Russell. Nowhere to go. Ball rolls out of bounds, Humber ball. Beautiful day here in the Schwa, as we call it locally. The Schwiggity. That's one of those things. If you're not from here, you can't call it that. Oh. Humber on the attack, bounced over the head of Ettore and fouled from behind. Ettore did a good job of making the most of that. McKenna Cresswell, a little push in the back, but I think she sold it a little bit more. Ettore was over it, now she's not. Swung in, dangerous ball, flicked off the head of one of the Cambrian defenders and scooped up by Laura Hill, no danger. It was Oliveira who swung that in. It was a dangerous ball. I was watching the OUA highlights yesterday. UFT losing to Nipissing on a ball just like that. One of the Nipissing guys got a head flicker on it, put in the back of the net, keeper frozen. And they knocked off U of T. So congrats to Nipissing. They got a beautiful campus up there. I mentioned spent some time there, and obviously Nipissing and Canadore. Their campuses are side by each, as they'd say in Newfoundland, just like here in Durham College, Ontario Tech and Durham College, side by each. Cambrian. Looks like Weiler. Or sorry, is it 5 or 15? We'll get in a sec. Here's Russell down the left wing. Just get it out, 23, and she does. Well done. Well, speaking of years ago, when I was a teenager, I used to work with this guy, a Newfie guy, John, and he taught me all the Newfie sayings. Like side by each, yeah. Here's Russell. Hill comes out and scoops it up. Humber hovering, but Cambrian also doing a great job of limiting the damage. Here's Ettore on the attack and then cleared away. And Ettore going to be called with a foul. Ref doing a good job so far. I say so far. Pushed ahead. And Humber, no problem. That's Chiara Pontillo, 16, the keeper Bernardi up the wing. Seven's really good on Humber. She's got a great touch, good right foot. That's Oliveira. Now Russell with the ball. Turn. Humber on the attack. And then again, Cresswell there to deny. Knocked out of bounds. Whose ball? Cambrian ball. Cambrian slowing things down. I like that. Don't allow Humber to get a rhythm. I'm fine with that. Every throw in, every goal kick, slow it down. Here's Russell. No other white jerseys with her. Finally, she finds a winger. She's 21 is Emma Genova out on the right side. Just push it out, yeah. No danger. Nothing wrong with that. Because you don't want to put that back into the middle. So I'm fine with that. Good flick over the head and offside. Good call, linesman. Free kick for Cambrian. I don't like this strategy, though, where they're just kind of hoofing it. Back here, hey, nice little free kick because it's more than likely going to result in a turnover. And there it is. No, they got lucky. It got flicked out by Humber. So I don't like, they got to try to build up the play somehow. Just that free kick, hoofing it up there, it's going to spell danger eventually. We're in the 28th minute of play. Good game so far. It's Cambrian on the attack. And then cleared away. Cresswell, ambitious. But that ended up being dangerous. The keeper, thankfully that went wide left, because if that was on net, that might have been touching some mesh. So 13 comes off. Cassidy Burton. What number did we see come in? I was too busy trying to figure out who was coming off, so I'll get him a sec. Looks like Hutchison back in 12. Presley Hutchinson. I was looking through, I really like that name, Presley Hutchinson. So well done, mom and dad out there if you're watching. That's a good name. You're always looking for something original. I've called, over 400 games. You always look at the roster, I'm like, that's a good name. We have 3 Emmas on Humber and 2 Isabellas. So if I'm stuck for a name, I'm going with Emma on Humber. Russell chests it down. Again, I'd like to see Russell maybe drop in a little deeper. She's got such a great touch, but every time she's had it, she's been up there kind of alone with nobody to help her. So maybe come back a little bit and then try to work off a little 1-2 off someone else. Because Cambrian's done a good job of, as soon as she gets it, she's swallowed up. Good flick in, and Russell takes an elbow to the head. And here's a good chance. So you're about, again, 26 yards out. Dead center. I'd love to see, Oliveira has that nice, she had a nice right foot. We're going to see Russell here maybe have a crack at it. Get this on net. Over the wall, dead center. This is Cristiano Ronaldo territory where he'd line up, he'd pull up his shorts just so everyone can see, and has that crack dead center. It looks like Russell going to have a go at it. About 26 yards out. Russell on net. But he'll No problem. Didn't get enough power on it. But still, keep challenging the keeper if you're Hill. You like that. Again, shots from distance, not too dangerous. A great long kick. I like that from Hill because, you know, that's a good form of, it takes the pressure off, get it up the field, try to get someone to run on that flick. And ball knocked out of bounds, Cambrian ball. Just turned 1 o'clock locally here in Oshawa. 2 more games to go. Should be here to about at least 7:30, 8 o'clock tonight. I really like the night games here. This field in the night has got a great look to it, especially on the broadcast. You guys will see that later on. Spala lost possession, and Hillier's done a really nice job, the center back for Cambrian so far. And good D from Humber. Puntilla's been solid. Body's dropping. Keeper. Open up. Go the other way. Long ball trying to get Russell engaged. And also, they got to get Cranston involved as well. Thirteen coming in. Cassidy Burton back into the game, 12 out. Presley Hutchinson. I thought that when I saw Burton come out, I was like, she's played really well. It was just, I guess she needed a quick little breather. Get her back in. So Humber under pressure. Unlucky. Presley just let it run by. Here's Humber on the counter, and the pass, Spala let her down. Spala, first-year player from Clarkson, out Mississauga. Ooh, good tackle. Hey, nothing wrong with that. Oh, that's a good tackle, referee. That's called good defense. Emily Robitaille, solid in defense. This is a championship game. You're going to see tackles like that. Here's that. I mean, it's too far for a shot on net, I think. Well, she's going to have a go at net, and that skips. And that was a little bit dangerous, but Bernardi dealt with it. Bernardi from Richmond Hill, first-year player at Humber. Of course, Humber, one of the best athletic programs in the country. I had the pleasure of calling their women's volleyball OCAA championship back in March. Was it 14 times in the past, was it 16, 17 years, something like that? Of course, Humber men's soccer, one of the best in the country as well, and Humber basketball, I believe, OCAA, they might have been national champs. I know they're OCAA champs. Softball's good too, yeah. Now keep in mind, you're in Toronto. That's a pretty good pool of athletes, and also a lot of student athletes coming from out of the country that want to live in Toronto playing for Humber. And again, a good physical battle. Allison Weiler, excuse me. Another substitution. So I wonder if this is a tactic, if this is what the Cambrian coach is doing to slow things down, change that rhythm. 12 back in. Presley Hutchinson, she was off for only 3-4 minutes, then back into the game. Quick drink of water. I like it. Keep the ladies fresh. Get out there, run your butt off, and then if you're tired, go sit on the bench. Looks like they got a pretty solid bench, Cambrian as well, because each of the ladies that have come in have They've all been really good. Now here's Cambrian on the attack. Cambrian pressing, excuse me. Keeper, good call. Get out there and get that. I also like this teal outfit Bernardi's got on. We had the pink Nacarado, the keeper from Niagara, and I like this teal color as well. You didn't mention my son a goalie, so I'm always looking for better uniform options for him. Humber on the attack. And that was a little dangerous from Cresswell. I would have liked to seen her just cleared away. She was trying to shield it to let the ball run out, and it was just a little too close for comfort for that. You got to really get your body in front of it. And now Humber on the corner kick. More substitutions again. Cambrian just slowing it down. That's Cranston back in, their leading scorer. Short corner. Russell swung in, dangerous. But Hill, no problem. Laura from Belleville. Beautiful part of Ontario. I love Belleville. Also a booming real estate area. A lot of people, sick of living in the city, heading out that way. Trenton, Belleville, Napanee, the Thousand Islands. It's just a beautiful part of Ontario. And I live in Pickering. Just a couple hundred meters from a nuclear power plant. Caitlin Russell. Good flick inside. And Zerbin was a little too slow to recognize. I knew what she was doing right there. Here's Cambrian again. Run down the right wing. Cambrian on the attack, and that's gotta be a free kick. The Cambrian coach shouting for it. Now, that wasn't a penalty. It was just outside the box. That's clearly a foul. The player hurt. Weiler, a little banged up. Looks like she fell on her hip. Come on, referee. If you tackle from behind, and some good sportsmanship from Humber to just get that out. Clearly a foul. So Humber catches a break there. .38 minutes in. So Evan Phillips, the Cambrian coach, with an absolute shout for a foul there. Good sportsmanship from the ladies. Emma Stushnov about to make her debut for Humber as well. Number 20 about to come in. So Stushnov in, 20. So Stushnov left knee brace. Who's going off? 6. Cassie Attore. Cresswell with a long throw. Oliveira for Spala. Good ball wide right. Spala had that knocked away. Emily Binks out there playing left back. And a bit of a mishap. Ball bouncing around. Ooh. That was dangerous. The Cambrian defender, bit of a mishap, and then the Humber ladies pounced. Good crack on that. The ball was defended, but Laura Hill, she kind of fumbled it a little bit, and then you thought for a second, but alas, clears it away. Retta has been solid in the middle of the field for Humber. Russell. Cambrian's done a great job. Anywhere 9 is, there's a black and yellow jersey on her back. She's had no room to do anything. The throw in Cresswell. Good fight between the ladies. Ooh, that's a little chippy. Weiler. Weiler's on a mission to get a yellow here. She's getting a little chippy there. I love seeing that. Pushed ahead. And again, Cranston, they got to get 8 involved. 12 goals on the season for Grace. Caitlin Presley with 8. Because you score 12 goals, I don't care what league you're in, what level, that's pretty darn good. Trust me, I've played men's league for a long time. I never had 12 goals in a season, so played some good men's leagues and some horrible ones as well. But yeah. I'm retired. I quit a couple of years ago. I played in the best men's league in Toronto, in the TSSL Premier League, and as I got older, I used to be a striker and a central midfielder. Then they had me playing defense, and I'm like, it's time to shut her down. And so I did, but then during all the lockdown stuff, even though all my son's youth and all the academy teams and the colleges were shut down, our men's league in Durham was allowed to play. So I thought, well, we're locked in our houses, 7 days a week. If I can get out on Friday night and play. So I went and played an over 35 league, and it was horrible. I thought it'd be a good idea. I ended up just being miserable. So I did that for 2 years, and then that's it. I'm done. Cambrian on the attack. Good ball in. Dangerous, but rolls out of bounds. So as all the parents will know, listening out there, and the family members, once you have a son or daughter playing at this kind of level, the amount, the academy teams, the OPDL, all that college, the time for your own soccer, your own personal life goes out the window. My son's played for Masters Academy, aside from Algoma University, for the past couple of years, and it's 6 nights a week training. And so, and my son, look, I love the kid. He's a lazy bugger. He still doesn't have his driver's license. He's 19 years old, so I still have to drive him. I don't mind, trust me. And again, like the parents listening know, when he first left for university, I was at a loss for what to do with myself, because you're so used to being at soccer fields or, basketball gyms or volleyball gyms 5 nights a week. When that goes, you're like, what do I do? So I'm thankful he's back home in the summers and I can drive him to practice. Gives me something to do. I was like wandering to local soccer fields just watching other kids play, because you're so conditioned to it. Cambrian. Just before half, so either team would be huge to sneak one before Russell, and she's fouled hard. Play the advantage. Russell took a good knock. Oliveira, ball bouncing around. Oliveira again. Spala, and then booted away from Cambrian's defense. And I'm okay with that hard foul. If you're Cambrian, look, Russell's the striker. She's the danger. You got to get physical with her. Try to get her off her game. There may be a yellow coming late after this because the whistle hasn't blown. But it's all right. Nice, clever little back heel. Good ball down the left wing. Russell gets by her defender, and she's fouled again. So there's the yellow, because I think that's 2 for on 23 right now. So that's probably for the first one. And so, hey, if you're 23, that's good, because you just got 2 for the price of 1. So that's clever football from 23. And again, we don't have that name on the roster. I'll get it at half, so apologize to her family and friends out there. Just before the half, seconds before, if you're Cambrian, hang on for dear life. Try to get this at a half at 0-0, and that's a huge plus for you. Oliveira swings it in. Ball bouncing around, and it will roll. Oh, no, it's kept in. Oh, it was offside anyways. So you got to think coming in Humber, heavily favored, top 5 team in the country. Cambrian, the 4th team in the East. So certainly up against it, but they have been outstanding in the first half. Ball need ahead. Hilliard tried to clear, long attempts, and just wide of the goal. Coming up on half, we should have some injury time because we've had a couple ladies go down for a few minutes. I got to think about 3 minutes. 1 minute. Oh, well, there goes that prediction. There was a couple injuries. You know, we had. So I thought there would have been at least 3-4 minutes. I don't like that throw. There's 3 white jerseys, 1 black jersey, and that's why the white jerseys have. Well, the touch let her down. Ooh, good fight. Spala. the Cambrian coach kind of getting into it with the line judge. So at the half, we go to the half at a scoreless draw. So for Cambrian, you'll take that any day of the week. If you're Humber, you got to be disappointed with that. A couple chances on net, but nothing too dangerous. And Cambrian shows signs of life. Cambrian absolutely capable of stealing this one for Humber. So I'm Chris McKee. Thanks for joining us here on the OCAA live stream channel. We're going to take about a 10-minute break for half, and we'll see you for the start of the second half.
Some of the girls before even starting school helped a lot, and you make friends through it because you already have a common interest.
We try our best to make sure that it's a second family and you feel welcome and you feel comfortable. We want them to come in and go, hey, I know 10 some of the people, and that they feel a little more comfortable, a little more stable.
A lot of the teachers are really understanding for first years, and they try to help you as much as possible, and as long as you let them know when you're missing things and you're going to make up for them, they're pretty understanding of all that.
So when I recruit, I talk to athletes about, not potential athletes, about what programs they're interested in. There's a lot of good programs that we can utilize here. Really try to sell Durham for what it is. We have tons of amenities that a lot of other schools don't have.
We have an academic athletic study room that was provided for us, and we all go up there to study sometimes or just to finish homework. I think it's really good having the team room kind of as a place to go in between class, before practice, after practice really helps out. We have like ice tubs in the back of the room that I usually use almost every time after practice.
The gyms that we have are up-to-date, nice equipment that we can utilize, our hitting boxes, our active spike, setting targets, passing targets.
Having the people be there to set it up for us to make sure everything's right and perfect is really helpful. It doesn't really put extra stress on us.
One of the big programs that we utilize is the EFU training system. That's something that a lot of schools don't have for varsity-only training sessions to help their athletes to increase their speed and vertical and to avoid therapy. Therapy we have 2 great trainers every year that are overseen by our therapy staff. Our athletes are pretty strong and to avoid injuries as much as possible.
We have a great coaching staff. Tony especially, he knows how to reach out to the girls and how to get them motivated during practice. I think what's so good about our coaching staff is that they respect us as players. Respecting your players is very important and kind of encourages people to play and work hard. Sometimes when we're looking down and stuff, he'll always try to bring out the positivity, as well as our assistant coaches. Everyone is a well-rounded coach, and they always try to help us to the best of their ability.
We always want to give back and say, like, we are a community college, we want to give back to the community.
We raised money for Breast Cancer Awareness Month and for November, and we did our annual gift exchange through the YWCA.
We do the best to bring in club teams and like high school teams, elementary teams. When they come in, we do little special signing, little cards and that. Make them feel important, and they go, oh, this is something I can do later on. So we just really want to give back to say, hey, we are Durham College, so we love the program, we want to be part of the community, we want to be active, and we want to help as much as we can.
Honestly, just go out and work as hard as you possibly can, even if you think you won't have a starting spot. Everyone works to where they need to get to, and if you want to be on the court, just show it and you'll get there.
Check 1 2. Check 1 2. We're back. So I finally got confirmation on who 23 is. It is Aisha Warren, so forgive me. She's on 22 on the official roster, but 23. And Aisha played really well when she came on. Aisha had Ajax just down the road. I'm Chris McKee. Thanks for joining us. OCAA Women's Soccer Championship weekend here from Oshawa. Good shout from the keeper, Laura Hill. So a scoreless first half. Humber, the number 5 team in the country, undefeated on this season. Number 1 in the West. And here they are in a battle with the 4 seed from the East, Cambrian, 6-2-2 on the year. So probably you can see the energy on the Cambridge sideline in the half. Those ladies feeling it, feeling really good. I mean, if you told them once they saw the draw, here's a crack on net from Humber, too much. That's Stushnov who just came in with that knee brace. She hit it with her right foot, knee brace on her left knee. And here's Warren with the goal kick. So yeah, if you told Cambrian coming in, hey, you're going to be 0-0 at the half with Humber, will you take it? Well, hell yeah. And also you could see the Humber ladies, a little frustration. You know, who knows what their head coach, Jose Caro, was saying to them, but they not happy. And so just as far as the vibes and energy, Cambrian playing with house money right now, and Humber a little tense. Hey, yeah, bump on the defender. Hilliard was bumped. Good call from the referee. A little bit too anxious for that. We'll set up the top. If you are out there listening on YouTube Streamland or OCAA Streamland, drop me a line on Twitter at Mr. McKee. Let me know if we're sounding all right. Any issues? Already got one message. And so, thanks for that. Flicked ahead, hard foul, but not called against the Humber defender. Just booted down the right wing. It'll be Cambrian ball. So Cambrian, black with the gold trim. Humber, white with the blue trim. It's Binks with a long throw in, and then Humber now in return. Caitlin Russell yet to get going. Now here's Humber. Genova, 21, down the right side. To Oliveira, 7. She had a good first half. And Gotti. Humber, comfortable in possession. Good turn in. And a long I don't know if that was a pass or a shot on net. Either way, Laura Hill, no problem. Like this from Laura, use the time, use all of your box. And again, where's the keeper? No, she's not coming. Turn away, turn up the left, just get it out. She does that, wisely done. You got 2 white jerseys breathing down you. Nothing wrong with just get it out, resetting. She also had her keeper. She could have used her keeper, but the keeper also wasn't shouting for it. That's more the keeper's duty to come, hey, use me if you need. But if the keeper wasn't feeling it, that's when the defender's like, all right, let's just get it out. Good fight. Zerbin. Humber on the attack. And the ball trickles just past. That's Stushnov again. So she's been lively in the opening minutes of the second half. I have the Lil Wayne Uproar song in my head. Now, they were playing it at the half. Originally, of course, the G-Dep special delivery beat, early Bad Boy Records, and then remade in, 2018, 19 by Lil Wayne, Uproar. So for those unfamiliar, before I was in broadcasting, I was a music agent for over 20 years. I produced concerts for Grammy and Juno winning rappers and a bunch of other bands. And I'll tell the story about G-Dep in a sec. Russell down in the corner. Crossed over and dealt with by Hill. So G-Dep, rapper, he had that song Special Delivery, and I was working on a tour for him, like years later, as like a classic hip hop thing. And then I look up and I see on the news one day on CNN that G-Dep walked into a police station and confessed to a murder he had committed 20 years earlier. And this was literally weeks before the tour was supposed to start. And I ended up speaking with his manager. He said it was just on his conscience, and no lawyer, no nothing, just walked into a police precinct in New York and confessed to a murder he had committed 20 years earlier. And needless to say, the tour didn't happen, and G-Dep is doing time. Long attempt, and it's in! So the keeper just let that, I think she thought it was going wide, let that in, and that shot from 30, 40 yards out looks like Antonia Gotti, and that's deflating for Cambrian. So Cambrian's been outstanding defensively, and then a bit of a keeper mishap, and now Humber in front. Now here's the deal. Loris Hill played really well all afternoon. Stay focused. Also, if you're Cambrian, you've been outstanding defensively. Stick to what you're doing. It's only one. And also now if you're Humber, you got that breakthrough. That should ease some of their tension because they were playing really tight. They finally got a bit of a gift. So Warren on the goal kick will try to settle things down. One thing I don't like from Hill is she's playing a little too deep in her line. You saw it there on that attempt. You got to come out, use all of that box. Oh, fancy footwork and a long distance drive, but easily dealt with. That was Caitlin Russell showing her moves, but not enough on that attempt. Watkins to Presley down the right side. And then Retta, who's been rock solid all day, just clears it away. So about 6-7 minutes in, start of the second half, Humber with the breakthrough. And I hope Cambrian gets one back because they've deserved it. And I also think they played so well that you would hate to see the game decided on a mishap. Crossed in. Lots of space for Humber down this right side. And Hillier clears away for Cambrian. And there's Retta again. And she draws the foul. Another substitution. 8 coming in, so Cranston back in. 12 out. Was it? It's Hutchison. Warren. Try to clear it away. Good defense from Humber. And that's not a foul. That's just 2 players being physical and a great through ball. But Genova couldn't get on the end of it. The Cambrian coach not happy with the ref. But to me, it was a 50-50 ball. The 2 ladies went in hard. And unfortunately, Mackenzie Watkins got the worst of it. But I don't think there was anything malicious in it at all. Excuse me. 1-0 courtesy of Antonia Gotti from about 35 plus yards out. And Humber gets the reset. Now, if you're Cambrian, this isn't good. Now you're giving Humber an opportunity to go reset, take a, get a quick drink of water, and kind of strategize again. So it should be Cambrian ball on a drop ball from the referee. Ref's done a good job. The only thing I didn't like there was that shout for a penalty for Cambrian in the first half, just outside the box. I don't think it was a penalty. It was certainly a free kick. That's about the only controversial call we've seen so far. Claire O'Grady, who limped off in the first half, is just getting warmed up to come back in as well. 15 just came back in. Mackenzie Watkins. And off the keeper's shin. Well done. Genova gets in the way of that and then just puts it out. Didn't like the attacker jumping on her back. It was Weiler. See, there's that keeper too far back on her line again, and now she comes out late. You cannot stay pinned to the line if you're Laura Hill. She's got to be out, well, somewhere hovering around that 18-yard box in case of those long through balls, and then she can help her defenders out, because that's killing them when she's pinned too far back on her line. Looks like Humber down in the right corner. Finally played it in. And then Cambrian goes back and dispossesses. So number 6 back in, Cassie Ettore. Cassie from Bolton, Ontario. Second-year player. Good long throw in, flicked ahead, with nobody on it. And that's a hard foul. Mackenzie Watkins. I like this from Cambrian, right? They're being physical. They're not letting these Humber ladies have their way and just dance by them. It's like, hey, you want to try to get by me, I'm going to let you know. And so it's good tactical football they're playing. A long ball in, ball flicked. Ooh, so Hillier almost put one in her own net. The keeper came out to get it, and Hillier got a flick on it. And if you ask her, she'll tell you, I knew what I was doing. So no danger from Zena. Humber again on the attack. Entering the 59th minute, Humber up 1. Courtesy of Gotti. I don't like. You should have just swung it right back in. You could have had the pace on it, waited for it to. I would have liked to seen her first time, Russell, just go in. Or even have a crack on net from there. Try to swing it in. Russell, a second-year player. And again, a short corner, but dangerous. And then cleared away. Ball in. And Allison Weiler had no one with her. Just kind of ran out of space. Retta with a dangerous ball in, and then well done, chested to her keeper, McKenna Cresswell. McKenna has been solid all afternoon. It was a right back. And a foul against Humber. So they were having some, well, at least causing Humber issues down the right side earlier. Caitlin Presley was really good in the early going. And so I'd like to see them maybe try to work down the right side of the pitch if you're Cambrian. Also, I don't like how slow they are here. Let's pick up the tempo. You're down a goal, right? A bit of urgency. So I'll plug my book. Also, I was talking about my music career. I wrote a book. It's called Life on the Road with the Wu-Tang Clan. Available on Amazon. It's about my 12 years on the road as the agent for the Grammy-nominated, well, Method Man's a Grammy winner, Wu-Tang Clan. Not recommended for those 18 and under. People always say, that must have been great to work with it. Look, people think it's cool to work with the Wu-Tang Clan. Try doing business with the Wu-Tang Clan. It's not what you think. Gets a little exhausting, especially after over a decade. Cranston surging, looking for someone in the box. Dangerous cross in, but then cleared away by Humber. Back in. Oh, unlucky. Zervin couldn't find her teammate. And there's Warren, clears. And Warren again. Sure, that was Cresswell, 10. So Cranston, they're trying to get her in the game. Every time I hear the Aisha, there was, if you go back to like 1990, 91, there was a group called ABC, Another Bad Creation, and that's pretty sure it was them. They had a song called Aisha, and that song is now stuck in my head. I won't sing. I'll spare you. I won't sing it on air. Don't worry. But go YouTube that when you have a second. Cassia Torre. Oh, good little dummy by Russell, but well read by Cresswell. Russell trying to get through, gets it on her right foot into the middle, and the ball's bouncing around everywhere. Can someone have a crack at it? Spinned. And Laura Hill comfortable with it. And Hill has had a bit of a challenge with her when she's trying to boot it out. No. Yeah, that's a foul, yeah. So Oliviera all over the back of Watkins. And so if you're Cambrian here, let's get a push. I still see 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 black jerseys in their own half right now. You're down a goal, and you've got a free kick. Push up the field, ladies. Cresswell, no danger, all the time in the world to turn. And not the ball you want, excuse me. So we'll see how my voice holds up. Talked about in the first game. I'm also a traffic reporter for 8 different radio stations in Ontario, and that's my normal day job. Hear me on TSN 1050, 97.7, Jazz FM, Toronto. What else? I used to do News Talk 1010 quite a bit. Now I just some fill-in. Did Z103 the other day. I usually do fill-in on that. And then I got a bunch of Hamilton and Niagara stations. I did 2 games of basketball on Tuesday night, so my voice a little rugged at this point. Humber, and that one just rolls out. Oh no, it's still in. She kept it in. I was looking, I had to switch from looking live to the computer. Retta, and then Cambrian is trying to clear. I'd like to see a bit more composure from the Cambrian ladies in the back, just kind of hoofing it away, giving it right back to the ladies in white. That's not a winning philosophy. There's Gotti, the goal scorer, switches it left. And Gotti wisely just maintains possession, doesn't force it. Some of the ladies in black jerseys take a lesson from 3. Oh, and again, so we just have a player wildly kicking at it, and she just handballed her own clearing attempt. And so now danger from Humber about 22, 23 yards out. And you got to think, who is that? Alyssa Oliveira over the ball. And this one, if she gets this on goal, it's in the back of the net. She's had a great right foot. Humber. And you know what? I think she was being too clever with it. She should just hit the thing. So Aisha Warren trying to clear away. Cambrian will make another sub. They were a lot more active with their subs in the first half, and it actually seemed to work. Torre just running down into the corner. And then should be Cambrian ball. No. And we got a substitution. So 4 in, 14 out. Caitlin McGurr and Emily Binks out. Remember, Durham used to have a really good volleyball player, Matt McGurr, a couple years back. Ended up playing pro. I saw him play in the one volleyball league. I'm curious, any relation? Crossed in. Ball bouncing around and cleared off the line by Cresswell. That was dangerous. A Humber defender poked it through the legs of the keeper, but Cresswell on the line to save the day. So Humber looking to be the much better side in the second half. Bit of fizzle gone, and looks like there's going to be a yellow card here. It's not a yellow card foul. I'm kind of with the coach. It's Caitlin Presley picks up a yellow. I don't know if that's yellow card worthy, unless that's kind of, you know, he's had her number from another foul or two before. And he's like, hey, I don't care what her next foul is, she's getting yellow. Might just be the case. So Humber in another dangerous position again. Swung in, dangerous ball, and just rolls through everyone out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick. The clock ticking away, getting closer to the 70th minute. If you're Cambrian, you got to get some sort of push going. Emma Serzanik making her first appearance for Humber in a moment. Number 22 coming in. Emma Shtushnov, excuse me. She played really well in her few minutes in. One Emma for another. Yeah, the Cambridge Coast saying any 50-50 is going against them. And I think he's got an argument. With a long ball in. Easily dealt with by the keeper, Hill. So one thing I'd like to see, though, is a bit more, okay, now you've got the ball. Where's the counterattack? I see a bunch of ladies in black jerseys just kind of casually strolling up. You're down a goal. When you have that opportunity to counter, do it. You got to have like kind of almost like a fire drill. Let's go. Humber's defense collected as Robitaille switching it over. And cleared well onto Simcoe, and almost hit a tractor or a big cement truck out there. So thankfully, there was some guy walking by. How's that for timing? If I'm him, I'm putting that ball in my bag and running. But he's a kind, gentle soul, and he throws it back onto the field. If that's me, I'm like, sweet, got a new ball. 17 enters the game again. Claire O'Grady. And who's out? 5. Allison Weiler. Cambrian, of course, from Sudbury. I mentioned I drove up to Sault Ste. Marie 2 weeks ago to go see my son play. And just north of Parry Sound, I saw a bear standing on the side of the highway. I was driving through because I could see through on the brush off to the side, a couple things kind of moving in the brush. I'm like, that's weird. And then about 100 meters past that, I saw something on the side of the road. I'm like, well, that's way too big for a dog, but it's too small for a moose. And then as I drove, it's a black bear standing on the side of the road waving at me. For those that know, when you travel north, what is it, the 69 or the 169? Just north of Parry Sound, I stopped at that Licks that they have there, and there's a Petro-Canada. I'm Team Licks, crossed in, but rolls out of bounds, give me a goal kick. So anytime I drive north, that's the last remaining Licks anywhere kind of in southern Ontario. There used to be another one at Warden and Eglinton. Yeah, well, the old Kingston and Midland area, but that's gone. The one on the beaches is gone, the original one. But there was one at Warden Eglinton left, that during the pandemic. That got shut down. And so that one, now they were down in the C&E, but it's the same guy that owns the one at Parry Sound. I'll put a Licks burger up against any burger anywhere, anytime. Don't at me. Yeah. You can see what's on my mind here as we get to lunch. And a hard foul against Humber. No card there, though. It's Gotti. So here you go. Okay, if you're Cambrian, get your ladies up. It looks like they're finally trying to do that. Let's get all the bodies in the box. What are you sitting back for? Yeah, you don't want to get that second one, but you got to get some sort of attack. Dangerous ball in, but nobody in a black jersey there. It's going to roll out for a Cambrian free kick. Yeah, knocked out of bounds, Humber ball. So if you're Cambrian, they haven't had a lot of luck, getting an attack through possession. So every set piece becomes so much more important. Hillier clears away. She's been really solid all afternoon as the center back. And again, it was Presley down the left side. She's got some wheels on her. She's running past a lot of these Humber defenders. Nobody with her, though. Look, you can see that separate. She looks up. I see 4 white jerseys, no black. Dangerous ball in. But no problem for Isabella Bernardi. Bernardi slowing things down. I love that the coach, 15 minutes, how bad do you want it? That's the question. Where's the keeper? Hill out. Again, she's too deep on her line. When the ball's down the other end, you got to be out somewhere around the 18-yard box. Gotti to Cresswell, and she gets it up, but they just can't link up with Cranston up top. Is she on side? Yes, she's on side. The other defender's down the other end. Russell. Dangerous ball in, and just hit the top of the net. That did not go in. Just hit the top of the mesh. So Weiler had about a 2-minute breather, and now she's back in. So eventually, yeah, it looks like they're going attacker for defender. So they're going to change up their formation here for the last 15 minutes and try to get something happening. Coach is going for it. That's Caitlin McGurr. Back to the bench for Cambrian. Ooh, here's the foul coming. Yeah. Presley a little, you can see the frustration when she was dispossessed. You know the foul's coming. And it looks like she's talking junk to her Humber opponent. Love that. And now she's getting her away. The captain's come over, trying to settle her down. Hey, this is do or die. That's the kind of fight you need if you're Cambrian. Ball in, and that'll roll out for a goal kick. Warren, the goal kick. Oh, I just got a message. I have been saying Hilliard. Someone's saying I'm saying Hilliard. No, it's Hilliard. I have that. So I'm saying Hilliard. I'll lean into that D a little bit more. So someone from Zena's family. '77th minute. Humber out front. They haven't tested the keeper all afternoon. And offside. Chantel Spala. Humber slowing the play down. Happy to see those seconds tick away. Kept in and then knocked out of bounds Humber. So urgency being stressed from the sideline for Cambrian. Zerbin trying to weave through. And no, that's not a foul. That's just good defense. Robitaille positioned herself to steer that away. She's just a little bit bigger, more physical than maybe the Cambrian player, and that was the result of it. And we got an injured Cambrian player as a result of that tackle. Looks like Weiler. He's pleading with the ref. You haven't called one foul. Look, there's no way that was a foul. I've been on the side of Cambrian for the better part here, rooting for them, but that was just a good, solid defensive play. Now, if you're also Cambrian, look, it doesn't look terribly serious, but if you're hurt, she's 6 inches from the sideline. Get her off to the side, because all you're doing is allowing Humber time to regroup, get healthy, you know, get a quick drink of water, and then close out this last couple minutes. And at some point, you want to see Laura Hill get up in the play. As we get closer to that 90th minute, we're 10 minutes out. Unless you know that. Little player still being attended to. So Cambrian's coach, Evan Phillips, pleading with his ladies. They've got it. Look, they're good enough to steal a goal here and get back in this. But they also have to take a chance here. They can't just sit back with those defenders, which they did in the first half. And sometimes you just get comfortable playing that way. But at some point, they have to take a risk, push bodies up, and, you know, risk the counter. Hey, it's not a regular season game where you got to worry about goal differential and this and that. You lose, you're done. So get up and get in the play. Let's go. It looks like Weiler finally off the pitch. 10 minutes to go. Here we go. Russell. I don't know if that was the pass. She had her right back wide open. No need to push ahead. Good ball in. Can Russell get on the end of it? Hill is there to scoop it up. All right, a bit of urgency. So now here, if you're a Cambrian, get the ladies up. Get up. There's just too many ladies in black jerseys hanging deep when they have possession. Especially these fullbacks here. Like Cresswell, get her up in the play. She's good enough to make something happen. So instead of hovering deep, oh, a dangerous through ball. And who was that? Robert or Oliveira couldn't control. Sorry, that was a Torre 6. If you're Cambrian, you got to want every ball, every head. Get on it. Short goal kick. Knocked out of bounds. Black and gold ball. So more substitutions. Now Humber slowing things down with their substitutions. Christina Carvalho back in. Had a good start to the game. And 6 out. That's Ettore. Cass has had a good afternoon. And great ball out wide. Oh, unlucky. Just good defense. Pontillo there. There was 2 ladies in black jerseys. Oh, well done by the keeper. Because now she can pick it up and get it up there. Because they've been struggling with their goal kicks to get them up near half. But a little bit easier this way. Good bounce. And a good ball up. And then Humber, feeling pressured, gets it out. So here you go. Here's your chance if you're Cambrian. 6 minutes of regulation, plus obviously we're going to have some injury time. But no more than about 8 or 9 minutes left in this ball game. To nobody. The keeper out. And wisely. Ooh, and a hard challenge. And the keeper, not a fan of it, she gives it back. But hey, the keeper's out of the box, and so that same rules of you can't be physical with the keeper gets thrown out the window. Booted again. Away. So Cambrian, this is your chance. Press. There's still too many defenders hanging deep. Get into the play. Now finally we have Cresswell creeping in. This is what you need. Cresswell, looks like Cresswell's going to do the throw-in. Maybe she's capable of a long one. That is a great long ball in. Dangerous. And look, they made a meal of it. Someone in black was there. Humber, unusually uncomposed. That was dangerous. You know what? That's the keeper's ball. The keeper came out and yelled off her defender, so the defender backed away, but the keeper didn't get it. So that's on the keeper. Cresswell, this is some throw. A good flick in, and again, cleared away. Yeah, I'm just got to know. I mentioned off the top the Cambrian keeper. On here we go, Russell, and she's offside. And well done by Hill, who was Hill is normally a forward. She's been filling in with an injured goalkeeper, Bedouin. Long ball up. Again, well, it's good to see Cambrian finally getting up in that attack, though. And look, you're going to risk that counter, right? It is what it is. And now we got a Humber defender down, holding her face. Maybe it's like an elbow or a poke in the eye or something. You talked to, Cole, or camera guy here next to me, was talking about, if there's an injury, do we move the camera off? And I said, well, only if it's a horrible injury. I'll tell you, I was doing basketball a couple years ago. One kid, Sabri Phillip, who plays NCAA basketball now, thankfully he's recovered from it, but his leg got bent, that horrible, where the leg was literally turned the other way. And it was one of the most horrifying things I've ever seen. And that's when it was like, literally, I went over and shut the camera off. It was like, we don't need to see this. Both teams, his opponents were horrible. Kids crying on the court. It was horrifying to see. But thankfully, Sabri recovered fully and ended up playing for the University of San Diego in basketball for a bit. He was in JUCO. He's trying to get his way back to D1. I guess his coach got fired, and so then he left. But this kid, outstanding athlete, and recovered fully. So, horrifying day and a challenging year for that young man, but it ended up all as well. Ball bounces over. No. Humber on the attack down the left side. Swung in. Dangerous ball. Oh! And that hit off the hands of Oliveira. So the keeper, Hill, got just a touch on it, enough that it distracted the Humber defender, because she was, a yard and a half out and couldn't finish it. So a gift of life given to Cambrian, still in it. So I usually, for years, always came up here, obviously pre-2020. I would always come up with my son, and we'd sit and watch some of the Durham soccer, or the UIOT then, which is now Ontario Tech, both the men's and women's. It's usually free to come check out on a Saturday, Sunday afternoon. Always enjoyed watching that. And Ontario Tech's men's soccer team, nationally ranked this year, having an outstanding year. What's the kid? Chris Campoli. This guy's lighting it up. I saw the Durham men's team defeated, I guess the men's is happening up in Vaughan, the Ontario Soccer Center. I think Humber beat them 5-1 yesterday. It was yesterday, the day before. I saw on Twitter. Of course, follow everything Durham Lords on Twitter. I do. Instagram. Do a great job. One of the best athletic departments in the country. Give all those boys a plug. Big thanks to DK, game day coordinator here. Most of my guys, Scott Dennis, Chris Cameron, Ken Babcock. Great staff of people here. And Humber just want it more, and there's a foul in the back. And if you're Humber, slow it down, milk that clock. No rush to take this free kick at all. So 4 extra minutes. So Evan Phillips saying we had a 6-minute injury. I don't know if it was 6 minutes, but it was certainly a couple. And they go for the shot on net, and the keeper had to save it. That was dangerous. And now Humber with a corner. So if you're, again, Humber, milk it. I don't even know if it makes sense for them to cross this in instead of just doing that thing where they shield the ball down in the corner and hope one of the Cambrian defenders fouls them and then let more time milk off. But alas, it looks like they're going to swing it in, try and get that second. Whipped in, dangerous, and a head on it, but just back across the pitch and well shielded by Cambrian. Here you go. This is your push. I mean, if you're Laura Hill, get up in the play at this point. If they get the ball near half, you got to get the keeper up involved. Retta again has just been so composed, physical, an excellent presence in the middle of that field for Humber all afternoon. Long ball up, Cranston trying to swing it wide. One and through ball, and then Humber just gets it away. Cross it back in, Cresswell. And well cleared away. That's Serznik. So the coach is telling her, the keeper up the field, get ready. So we are going to see the keeper get up here. Now go now. The ball's down that side of the pitch. Are we going to have a corner? Oh, it's a throw in. Yeah, that way. So the keeper, get her up. I don't know what she's waiting for. So if you're Cambrian, you shouldn't have anyone back. They've still got Aisha Warren hovering around the center for what, I don't know. Tick, tick, tick. We are in extra time. Now we're at the ref's discretion. Whenever he wants to blow, that'll be it. Hilliard. I leaned into that deep for you there. And now Humber ball, slow it down. Well, Cambrian, it was an unlikely upset. To be honest, the fact that we're even still here right now, 1-0, is a testament, but they just haven't been able to generate the offense. They were outstanding defensively all afternoon. An unfortunate mishap with the keeper, and now there's the strike, and then well defended Zena Hilliard over there to clear that away. But also, again, if you're Humber, shoot, test the keeper. And they did that, and it worked out. So Antonia Gotti, right now the winner, courtesy of her. Cambrian needs to be desperate at this point. The second they get it, it needs to be just everyone go. Humber still in the middle. Uh-oh. Looped over and just over the nets. No goal. You know what? That's twice we've seen a ball land on the mesh. I've watched soccer all summer. I haven't seen one ball land. That's twice in 10 minutes. So. Uh-oh. Given away. Oh, thankfully came back. Cresswell boots it up. No one in the middle there. And that's the game. Humber escapes with a 1-0 victory, courtesy of Antonia Gotti with a 35-yard plus strike. If you're Cambrian, I mean, unfortunate they couldn't get a result, but they certainly gave it their all. They were excellent all afternoon. Just couldn't get the break. Unfortunate. So thanks for joining me here on the OCAA stream.